Welcome to episode number 9. Good morning, all. Today, talking about a situation that I encountered this week at work, but have definitely opportunity to apply it to life as well. I was in a staff meeting, and one of the agenda topics created quite a bit of dialogue. And I'm talking that it created a lot of dialogue to the point where we were almost in this quasi argument, right? And it went on for like 30 minutes. And at the end, there was really no resolution. And looking back, the topic that was being discussed really didn't carry the same proportion or weight apportionment as some of the other topics, right? So, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really make a huge deal one way or another, right? But we spent so much time arguing about it. And I began thinking about why that conversation may have derailed, right? And so as a group, we became emotionally attached and we kind of got tunnel vision or laser focus, and we couldn't think or see any other options or the bigger picture, right? So today I want to talk about detachment. And that really is being able to detach yourself and your emotions from the situation to allow yourself to see the bigger picture. No, I don't want this to seem like if you're going to detach yourself that you are going to walk around like an emotionless robot who doesn't care about anything, right? That's not the case at all. Really, detachment just allows you to take a step back and to focus on the bigger picture of things rather than getting caught up in the minute details of the plan or the mission. So let us take a look at a visual example of what this might look like. Let's say we're a construction company. Our goal is to improve roads into the downtown Phoenix area. Tunnel vision occurs when we get so caught up in one particular detail that we stop thinking about the big picture. When we're able to detach, we're able to see the big picture. We're also able to identify additional projects or priorities that need to be completed in order for us to achieve our goal. In the example of our construction company, we can see that there's more to improving roads into downtown Phoenix than just the green projects. All right, we've had an opportunity to look at tunnel vision. We've also had the chance to see the importance of being able to detach and to see the bigger picture. But the question now becomes how? How are we able to detach? And the first step for me is that I need to pay attention to triggers that lead me into emotional attachment, right? Where I start getting flustered. And these triggers are going to be different for everybody, but they might look something like this. It could be an increase in heat. You start feeling hot. You might start sweating. You clench your jaw or your fists. Maybe you just feel that your pulse is racing a little bit. But pay attention to those triggers. When you identify that some of those triggers are coming on, the second step is that you want to physically take a step back. Whether you're working from home or you're in the office, physically take a step back. If you're at the office and you're at a conference room table, for example, you might stand up and then just move behind the chair where you were sitting. You might be thinking, well, that's kind of weird and awkward. I don't know that I want to do that, but it's really not. People understand. Hey, people want to stand up. They want to get blood moving. We may have been sitting for a little while. They get it, right? And so it's actually not that weird. So we've now identified the trigger. We've physically taken a step back. The third step is we're going to take a deep breath. We're going to raise our chin a little bit, and we're going to look from side to side. Now you don't have to like really go side to side, but do a little look around the room. It's going to signal to your brain to calm down a little bit and to refocus on that big picture. We've now identified the trigger. We've taken a step back. We've done a little look around. We're now calm. We've identified the big picture. Now the last step for me is to listen. I want to understand why individuals in the room have arrived at the point that they are at. How did we get here? Why are they saying what they are? I was reading a book this week on leadership, and it's from or by a gentleman by the name of Hal Moore. He was a lieutenant general in the military, and he had this quote that I wanted to share with you on the importance of listening. So I apologize, I'm going to read this, but I want to make sure that I get it right. He says, I like to do a lot of listening. That way I can pick up a lot of good ideas. When you listen, you know twice as much as the other guy. You know what he knows, and you know what you know. I think there's a lot of value to that. You understand what you know. As you listen, you understand where they're coming from. You may be able to pick up on other ideas to help further the cause of the big picture, right? Or you may be able to get a better idea of where they're coming from. Now, this principle is simple, but it's not easy. It takes a little bit of work. It's something that I'm still trying to identify and to practice. So I'll keep you updated on how that goes. The last thing that I wanted to leave you guys with is that we need to find balance in this too, right? We shouldn't be so detached that you know we don't have any cares in the world and we don't have any emotions, but we don't want to be so attached that we can't see the big picture either. I appreciate you joining in, and I look forward to speaking with you all next week. Thank you, guys.